Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. So hope you all are doing good. Even I'm doing good. So let me share the topic which I'm going to tell you today. That is, I'm in a bit dilemma what to name this video as. Whether I should name it as how to understand Rahu and Ketu, or I should name it as why were you born. So let me decide till the end of this video. So in this video I'm going to explain how to understand the Rahu and Ketu, the effects of these two most karmic planets, and how to deal with these karmic effects. I'm going to explain in this video. So before that, God is there with you all the time. Just look at him and he will be there for you, and he will help you how to understand the Rahu and Ketu. Rahu and Ketu are the most karmic planets, the reason why you were born in this material world. Yes, you are born because of these two planets, Rahu and Ketu. These two planets are the reason why you took birth in this material world. Oh, how can you say that, sir? My dear sir, how can you say that? So let me link this with Bhagavad Gita. So what does Bhagavad Gita, is the essence of Bhagavad Gita? So Krishna had specified to Arjuna very clearly, oh my dear Arjuna, you are not this body, you are a spirit soul. Like how the which we are changing the clothes, the soul is changing the body again and again, like life after life, life after life, by taking births and deaths, births and deaths, births and deaths. The soul is undergoing a process of changing the bodies. So this is what is clearly mentioned in Bhagavad Gita. Why the soul is taking again and again of is the reason because of the deep unfulfilled desires which are represented by Rahu and Ketu. Okay, so Krishna also specified to Arjuna that anta kalecha mama eva smaran mukta kalivaram. It means whatever the state of mind one remembers at the end of his lifetime, that shall decide his next birth life. Okay, so if you are so much attached to your partner, like if you are so much attached to your wife or husband, like oh my dear Janu, I'm going to miss you a lot at the if you are remembering that at the end of your lifetime, then you need to again take birth as a husband or wife, again fulfill that pending karma, that deep desire which you are holding at the time of your death, that will decide your next birth life. So and it is also said in the Bhagavad Gita that yad gatvani nivartante taddame paramamma. It means that one who reaches the abode of Lord Krishna, he will never come again back to this material world, this suffering material world. Okay, so the soul is taking the births and deaths again and again because of the deep unfulfilled desires, and that desires are represented by Rahu and Ketu. So you got my connection, right? So because of your deep unfulfilled desires, you are taking birth again and again in this material life. So Rahu and Ketu are representing that deep unfulfilled desires. So Rahu and Ketu are the reasons why you took birth in this lifetime. So okay sir, please say it practically. So you are linking it to scriptures, that is fine, but please say it practically. So practically any astrologer can easily say where the pending karma of that particular person. So wherever the Rahu and Ketu axis falls, wherever the Rahu and Ketu falls, there is lot of pending karma for you to fulfill. So take any person's birth chart. If the person has a Rahu in second house and Ketu in 8th house, then definitely that person will be having a lot of pending karma relating to finances, managing his family, managing his in-laws family, because that is where the dance is acting. Like Rahu in second, Ketu in 8th, because 8th house represents in-laws and second house represents your finances, your family, and 8th house represents our in-laws family. So this is how when you observe that person, the majority of his life energy, like majority of his what you say energy will be revolving around these matters: finances, family, in-laws family. He need to balance these two, in-laws family and his family. This will be his pending karma. So if Rahu Ketu axis is falling in 1-7 axis, so the person's major pending karma or the major area of focus will be his partner and about his obsession. So self obsession and the obsession towards partner you will be seeing with Rahu Ketu 1-7 axis. So wherever these two planets are sitting, there our lot of pending karma will be associated, and our energy will be focused or consumed in that areas. we need to understand that Rahu and Ketu as that, and wherever Rahu is sitting, there you will be having lot of obsession, and wherever Ketu is sitting, there you will be having lot of dissatisfaction, because you have achieved lot of you have already enjoyed the pleasures of that house in previous lifetimes. So you will be having the dissatisfaction in this lifetime. That is why the Ketu is sitting there. Okay, you need to understand in that way, and we need to see the flow of the chart, and accordingly we need to suggest to the clients, so sir, this is the area where your pending karma is, so you need to act like this. So we need to, as an astrologer, we need to give a right bent of mindset to the client to understand where his karma is. Okay, so what is the, so we need to understand that these two planets are nothing but our past life pending karmas. One is obsession and one is dissatisfaction, and our life energy will be consumed in this axis of Rahu and Ketu. Okay, and the next thing, the remedy part. So for Rahu, you need to take the control of your obsession regarding that area. Suppose if you are having Rahu in 10th house, you are so much of obsessed of name, fame and career, so you need to look that these are in control. You need to have a check on it, whether your obsession towards name, fame, career are in control or not. And the remedy for Ketu is, wherever Ketu sits, you will act headlessly. So for God's sake, don't take your own decisions, because either you are overconfident or you will be acting headlessly. So take the opinion of others, take the take the opinion of 4-5 people, and then go for a decision. So this is how we need to understand the flow of Rahu and Ketu in our birth chart. If you want me to help how to understand your karma in relation to Rahu and Ketu in your birth chart, I will definitely do that with my consultation. So I will provide my consultation details in the description. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you are not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you so much, guys. Bye bye.